Happy Monday. It's partial credit mini-sode show and tell show because it's a YouTube show too, which is how we can see I have trimmed my beard. Lily is
Yes.
wearing a hedgehog onesie,
Oh,
and
wait, there's more. It has a hood that has little spikes on it.
are hedgehogs spiked?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So
Well, I mean,
hedgehogs have quills.
okay, well that's like a
Um,
stegosaurus type plate.
yeah, that. Well, I'm
It's
not saying it's the most accurate onesie.
I need
Hedgehogs don't have
scientifically
all.
accurate pajamas.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might hear a little extra noise on my end today. We're setting up the grow room because our plants are getting
Oh.
big enough that they're moving upstairs, and Megan's been building rigs for lights and stuff while I've been ripping drywall down to find a leak. So
Ooh.
it's been a fun morning.
Yeah. I've just
Um,
been drinking mimosas.
uh, yeah, I have to go to the hardware store.
Yeah.
So lots to do today. I want to talk a little bit about our most recent episode of
Yeah.
our geology, which had a
Yes.
lot going on. We got an email. This may be a recurring segment of notes from Megan on the episode, which we're going to get to in a minute. You're going to have an
An
announcement
announcement. Yep.
you're going to get to in a little bit, and that's all I've got going on. Um, I do want to tell you the story that happened yesterday on my way home. There was this couple like pulled over to the side of the road, and I'm going to do my best to describe this. But
Oh, yes.
as I drove past them, I saw that it looked like the hood of their truck had been being held down with a rope.
Oh, oh boy. Yep. That's
So that
normal.
sucks, you know. And then as I looked a little bit more closely, the woman is holding the hood up, and the man at the hinges where the hood goes up has a
Yeah.
sawzall and is cutting the hinges out because I guess the rope wasn't working anymore, and they were going to just drive home without a hood on their truck, which is like
Oh my
I
God.
love Vermont so much. I
Oh,
really do. And you don't
oh,
get to see stuff like that in, you know, California, really.
yeah.
So,
Well, yesterday I went to the grocery store and my friend and I went to the grocery store and she ran in and I waited in the car and I saw this mom get out of the car, walk into the grocery store, come out of the grocery store, come back to her car, open the car, get her child out of the car, and go back into the grocery store with her child, who she had forgotten in the car. And I'm like, this child was not young. This child was probably like 3 or 4. And I'm like, so you've had this child for 3 to 4 years.
do you know you have it?
You know you have it. Like, you are aware you have a child, yet you forgot your child.
Oh, it's too bad. I should have told this before because you're doing your ladies' weekend or whatever this weekend,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
Megan invented a beverage when you brought us the Trader Joe's $2 chuck.
Oh,
She
yeah.
poured the Chardonnay into a soda stream bottle and bubbled it in our soda stream. And she does it with Boda Box mostly. We call it a Boda soda, but it's
Ah.
like a super cheap champagne.
We do have we brought a soda stream with us.
Okay.
Like,
Well, you could
we're
try making
those
sparkling
people.
wine. Uh,
We do have a lot of champagne though.
okay.
So, I think, but if we want more bubbles,
Yes.
noted.
But
Definitely noted.
you like my sweater? This is one of my favorite
I
sweaters.
do. I
This is
actually,
very old
um,
man professorial.
it is. It's got like that overlap with the ribbed collar,
Yep.
and it looks very
Yeah.
warm and comfortable.
Megan picked it out for me. It is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Meg, should I read this email from her?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
read the Megan email.
The one thing she left out of the email I want to say up top is she says that like in our last episode, in the geology episode, when I would swear, it sounds like I'm like a little kid who's like seeing if I can
Like,
get away with it. I mean, like I'm all like cheeky, like fuck, you know. So I don't hear it, but whatever. Um, Oh, and I do want to say to anybody that thinks that me and Lily have real beef over that episode, just because we were screaming at each other doesn't mean we don't like each other.
oh, oh, did people think we have real beef?
No, I just wanted to highlight the fact that we were screaming at each other at
Oh,
the end of the
oh,
episode.
we scream at each other all the time. This is
Yeah,
like, no,
par
this
for
is
the
not
course.
unusual.
All right, so just real quick, this is the email for Megan. That was a great episode. I only have two notes. Verschir, as I was pronouncing it the whole time, is actually pronounced Verschir, not Verschir,
Oh,
which is, she says, it's not my fault. She also just learned this 2 years after moving here. So, which
fair.
sucks because I have a T-shirt that somebody made in town that says Verschir for sure, and now it's Verschir for sheer. And
I
at
don't
one,
like that. Like
no,
cringe face. That just cringe face.
Verschir.
Verschier. No.
Um, and then I had said that I was surprised that Bob Dylan or no anybody in that sort of folk area hadn't written a song about the Eli War. And she pointed out that there is a song about that, essentially the same story, called 16 Tons by Tennessee Ernie Ford. And you promised me $1 if I try to sing it during the episode. I did not get the lyrics ready. So if
Well,
you,
color.
yeah, so I'm going to find it. But yeah, 16 tons. I'm sure everybody's familiar with it. Da, 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 da. I mean, 16 tons. Okay, come on. Got it. Just show me the fucking lyrics. All right. So I'm not going to get far in this. You ready?
That's okay.
Or
Just like 15 seconds.
And we may hear Megan laugh. I'm having a hard time getting worked up for this. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. That's all I know off the top of my head. But so Megan wanted to point that out, that there is essentially a song about that story called 16 Tons.
That's actually really cool, especially because living in Vermont, we are so rural and so kind of forgotten. I feel like everyone's like, oh, you go to what I think of when I think of Vermont is White Christmas. Always. I always think of White Christmas. And when I told my family I was moving to Vermont, they were like, oh, okay. Like they were like,
that's a choice.
Yeah. And it's just the history of Vermont, I think, is something that is very rich because it is one of a New England town. Like it's one of the original, like there's so much history here. Like, don't we have the Mormon dude?
Oh, John Smith was born here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was born here. And
no, he may not have been born here, but he definitely grew up here.
In Royalton.
Royalton.
South Royalton.
Yeah, that's where there's like a John Smith monument down there.
Yeah.
Almost right across the street from the John Deere dealership down there.
Exactly. So my proposal to our listeners is, would you like to hear more Vermont history? And or weird things about Vermont. They don't have to be full entire episodes, but we can definitely do like little mini-sode, like in our mini-sodes, we can add some stuff about Vermont, just like weird random facts.
I know a couple things, and I'm trying really hard not to just dump them out right now.
I know. See,
but
okay.
I will say, first state to get rid of slavery.
Yeah. Megan, send us an email because you're the only one who ever does. Thank you.
So gosh, what else did I sent you an article about Bigfoot. There's like, we've got like a ton of new Bigfoot sightings. Like
a lot of new Bigfoot stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to,
he's like out and about. There's also now a new, it's like a cartoon on Netflix. It's about Bigfoot.
Really?
So I don't know. Yes. I don't know what it is about this year, but like Bigfoot. So I haven't heard about Bigfoot since I was in Idaho. So I lived in Idaho, and there was
Bigfoot's big.
We were right near, huge. We were right near the University of Idaho State University, and
University of Idaho University.
I don't know what it's called. Again, I'm like 3 mimosas deep here. So there was a professor there who studied Bigfoot. Like that was his main research. And he would get exhibits in the museum about Bigfoot. And like he would have like castings of poop and feet and like fur.
We've got four Bigfoot sightings so far this year, according to the BFRO, which is the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, which I'm wondering what the membership fees are to join the BFRO.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Are
look
you thinking about joining?
Yeah. Well, anything that my favorite website posts about, I'm interested in. So, Stranger
Anyone
Dimensions.
have a connection to Stranger Dimensions? Please let us know. We're gonna hit up Reddit about this because
I found his Instagram.
Yeah, I did too. I started following it.
Yeah, it's Instagram. There's pictures of UFOs and Bigfoot and stuff.
It's awesome.
But yeah, I love Vermont because of its sort of hidden history. You know, there's a haunted covered bridge not too far from us. We could talk about.
Yeah, I think we should do it, no matter what our listeners say.
Okay,
we're doing it. Sorry.
Our listeners don't say much.
No, they don't. Rude.
We had a quiz on Instagram this week, didn't we?
Feel like, oh yes, what type of rock is the Stonehenge?
And I got it wrong. What is it?
You got it wrong. It's was the S one, Sabalt. It's a mixture of the this, I can't remember, it starts with an S. It was the last one on the question.
Can't be that important.
Yeah, it's a mixture of that and tiny blue stones. The rock is primarily in the UK, so we do not find that rock really outside of the UK. So that's how they know that Stonehenge was in fact in that area. Okay. And it didn't travel very far.
Like the stones for the pyramids or anything like that.
Yeah. Ooh, so weird thing, I saw like a YouTube video and the guy is like, there's a whole axis of like huge monuments and it's on this one axis. So like the pyramids and the if I keep spinning my pen in a circular motion, this will help. Of the Easter Island heads, the pyramids, they're all on the same axis.
Oh, okay. Hi, honey. She's moving plants. Hi, Megan. So Megan's, because she wrote us an email and got it so that you paid me $1 to sing a song. She's my #1 fan, best fan ever this week.
Oh, awesome.
So, and you are taking over #1 fan, best fan ever drawing this week.
I drew a picture this week.
So it's Women's History Month, which is relevant to our upcoming episode. We can talk about in a second.
Yeah.
But I just thought, since
I am the woman on the podcast,
that's the reason. You went ahead and drew this week.
Yes, and I'm blanking on her last name, but her first name is Scarlett.
Yep.
And
Messier McLaughlin.
Yes, there you go. And she always comments on our posts and it's very helpful and she interacts with us and we want to thank you so much. And I drew a lovely picture. Please hold while I flip my camera. This is Scarlett. It's so beautiful on my my notebook paper.
Hasn't aged a day since high school by that drawing.
Yes, thank you. So you're welcome.
There we are. Sorry. #1 fan, best fan ever.
Yes. Thank you.
Any old news? Geology was fun. That was a fun one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed geology. Our upcoming episode, Pink Tax.
Yep. And you'll be appearing on another podcast we'll announce later.
Yes, that is correct. We
conversation verbatim, or communication verbatim.
Quite a lot of upcoming projects, and we're really excited about that, and a lot of collaborations coming up. So look out for those shout outs. I will be putting a new question up probably on Sunday. And what else?
I think that's about it. I'm gonna fix my plumbing.
Yeah.
You're gonna go get drunk in the
Yeah.
daytime.
Yep, pretty much. And then go on a hike. Um, and
Oh, there was this whole conversation Megan and I had last night where I'm not sure if this is for the podcast or for my therapist, right? But it's like I have like pretty bad anxiety, and I was like, okay, so what if Lily doesn't show up because she's got her weekend thing?
yeah.
What do I do for an episode? Do I just ramble to myself for 30 minutes? And Megan says nobody wants to hear that, and I responded to her like, I just said on the last mini episode how supportive you are. And she goes, yeah, I am supportive, but I'm also realistic. And
She's so good.
which I thought was pretty funny.
Oh, I like her.
Scrambling to write down the conversation, so I didn't
We need
forget
to have
it.
her as a guest.
Yeah, well, we talked about that. She says she hates her recorded voice.
So do I, Megan. So do I.
I told her everybody does.
Yeah.
So.
So our socials are Partial Credit Pod on Facebook, Partial Credit Pod on Instagram, and at Credit Pod on Twitter.
On Sacred Play-Doh.
And my big announcement.
Big announcement.
She finally figured out.
After waffling for weeks.
Tiger helped me figure out how to change my Instagram name. And it is now Deadly Pineapple 13.
Why?
Boom. So my high school friends and I have nicknames, and mine is Pineapple. My two best friends are Coconut and Rum, and we make a pina colada. And so it was just what I picked.
Okay, Deadly Pineapple 13, and which suggests there are 12 other Deadly Pineapples.
No, I just love the number 13.
Okay.
So, and it was available.
Yes.
So,
well, I think that about wraps it up.
That does.
You're on the move in a whole new area.
In a whole new environment. There's a lot of moose in this house. Like a lot of like moose figurines. It's a little weird, but
yeah. Okay.
Getting used to it.
So we'll be back for a mini-sode next week, and then after that, Pink Tax with Lily.
Pecs. Woo!
It sounded like you said pecs. All right. Pecs. Speaking of pecs, I got plumbing to fix.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye. Did it stop?
I think. But I'm going to leave.
Goodbye. Yeah. Okay. Now it's